Hey guys, I'm sitting here with the incredible Ashley DePinto, one of our most winningest paralegals here when it comes to getting Amazon sellers reinstated. And she has won a lot of business verification issues. So we're going to be talking about the very first paragraph in the new contract with Amazon that seems to do with business verification, has to do with your information, your credit cards, and your ID. And we're going to we're going to update every seller around the world about every change in the new contract with Amazon. So, Ashley, what about this new provision in the business solutions agreement you think sellers need to know about in terms of winning plan of actions?
Specifically with business verification, this new BSA agreement says that Amazon may ask for additional information, and it does say any information they may request. So this is very vague, and we feel that some sellers might run into issues. Specifically, an example is not having a utility bill. We think that Amazon may actually, enforce this a bit more moving forward.
And what Ashley informed me last week is that when it comes to business verification issues, we've been getting around the need for a utility bill by providing Amazon with real reasons why you don't have a utility bill, like shared space,
Right.
where you live with a spouse or your parents or you're working out someplace else that provides, lights and electricity to you.
Right.
So we're winning these. But this language in the new BSA that says any information really opens the door in a way that Amazon could ask you for things that you don't have, which means we got to come up with better and creative arguments.
Right.
What else, Ashley? What else is vital about the changes to this particular paragraph?
So Amazon also states in this agreement that any personal data the seller provides will be handled in accordance with Amazon's privacy notice. So specifically, this is just another way for Amazon to avoid liability for data breaches. They don't really want to put the responsibility in their hand.
But covering.
Exactly.
Amazon is an incredible company when it comes to data and an incredible company when it comes to covering their own behind. So you're going to be requested to give them more and more information, unknown information they may ask for. And what they're saying is basically look at this other paragraph, which we're going to be talking about shortly, about how they're not responsible if someone should hack into Amazon's databases. Now, I also saw in this paragraph a reinforcement that Amazon can do whatever they want at its sole discretion.
Right. Yes.
So, what are your what do sellers need to know about Amazon trying to retain sole discretion?
So we do think this will definitely go back to arbitration. That's the end process when the appeals are no longer working. So specifically, we think that our efforts at arbitration would pretty much deem Amazon's contract unenforceable, and we think this is why they're now, insinuating that this needs to be put into play.
So we are extremely confident that our arbitrations, our plans of action, our appeals, our settlement negotiations with Amazon have caused a lot of the changes to the contract. Some are good for sellers and some are not so great for sellers. So when it comes to it being so incredibly one-sided and asking for anything and being so vague, this is playing into our arguments against Amazon that it's procedurally unconscionable, meaning that you have no choice when you're signing up,
Right.
or substantively unconscionable, which means that it's so unfair that the arbitration should throw it out. What I didn't like about it is that Amazon's leaving it open that there's no end in sight. Like they can continuously ask for more documentation.
Right.
So how do you think that's going to play out in terms of us winning suspensions, writing great plans of action?
It's always important that for business verification issues, all, documentation always matches up. So Amazon's not confused, but we do feel like Amazon will continue to ask for, additional information. We might even see them asking for new documentation, perhaps, like a driver's license or something that we don't usually use. And I think that some sellers may run into issues if they don't have all of this information to provide. So we're going to have to become creative with our appeals. Find ways to go around if you don't have a driver's license or some sort of documentation that Amazon's now requesting. I do still think they're going to ask for, utility bill, business license, the standard information, but I do think that they will also ask for more, and there might be more appeal submissions that need to be made.
You know, I see it the same way. I think it's going to be now another ongoing way of doing business on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, when they start pushing, do you have your product liability insurance?
Right.
I think sellers have to maintain that. I think it's just going to be another thing to do when you're going in business. And we face those issues all the time in other businesses.
Right.
Like lawyers, we have to continually stay updated on our continuing legal education. Here at the firm, Ashley DePinto has to constantly stay updated on the business solutions agreement.
Right.
So I don't think that aspect is really devastating.
Right.
Just an ongoing, it's almost like maintaining a license, which is where we
Mhm.
think paragraph 1 is going. Okay, that is our update on the new business solutions agreement, paragraph 1, which is the contract that every single Amazon seller all over the world has with Amazon. And one of the reasons we're doing this is to make sure that you know that we are staying abreast of the changes and using the changes to write better plans of action and appeals. But also, there are people out there who claim to be really great because they worked at Amazon. It's meaningless now that the contract and the rules have changed. Same goes for other people who were sellers, okay? You could be the world's greatest seller in the world. If you cannot interpret a contract, you cannot write a great plan of action under the new rules. So please keep watching these updates to the Business Solutions Agreement. It is your contract with Amazon.